Two hosting giants, one powering millions of domains, the other officially recommended by WordPress. Which one really delivers? On the left, SiteGround, speedy, secure, and trusted by WordPress. On the right, GoDaddy, the world's largest domain registrar with aggressive pricing. Let's skip the buzzwords and dive into what actually matters. Each category earns points, so by the end you'll know exactly who wins in 2025. The final result might surprise you. Alright, first off, here's our mind map for this epic showdown. We're comparing SiteGround and GoDaddy across 6 main categories: pricing and value, performance, security, ease of use, customer support, and domain and extra features. That's pretty much everything you'd want to know before handing over your money, so let's kick this off category by category. Okay, first category, pricing and value. SiteGround goes all out with freebies, free SSL, email, CDN, daily backups, even migrations. But oh, no free domain and you do run into limits on disk space. GoDaddy, they reel you in with a free domain for the first term and some pretty low intro prices plus storage for days. But the catch, that SSL you need for security, it's not free until you pay for a higher tier. Add-ons are everywhere, and renewal rates, they can bump up fast. So in terms of bang for your buck, SiteGround feels more generous unless you just really want that free domain upfront. Winner for value, SiteGround. Next up, performance, and this is where things get kinda juicy. SiteGround claims a 99.9% uptime, but honestly it's the load speeds that really wowed me, just about 1.1 seconds fully loaded. Downtime was almost non-existent, 7 minutes total over 2 months, that's practically nothing. But here's the caveat, large sites might feel the pinch with storage limits. Now GoDaddy? Sure, you get similar 99.9% uptime and their bandwidth is solid. But their load times, 1.5 seconds isn't slow, but compared to SiteGround it just doesn't pop. Also, they had a bit more downtime, about 16 minutes, and response times kinda bounced around. If you love speed, SiteGround is hands down ahead here. Let's talk security, and yeah, I'm big on this because nobody wants a hacked site. SiteGround throws in advanced protection and daily backups, anti-hack systems, the works, all included. The only minor bummer is no free domain privacy. GoDaddy rolls out basic protection, DDoS, and monitoring, but the advanced stuff lives behind paywalls. Their SSL is only free on top plans, not ideal unless you're going all in. So for comprehensive security, especially out of the box, SiteGround is the clear winner. Oh, and here's something cool that hardly anyone mentions. SiteGround is actually officially recommended by WordPress.org itself. Meanwhile, GoDaddy, it powers over 84 million domain names. Yeah, you heard that right. That's a mind-blowing reach. Ease of use, okay, if you're new to hosting or just want zero headaches, SiteGround's custom dashboard called Site Tools is super clean and simple. You get free migration plugins too, the only real nitpick. Very large sites might want more file management freedom. Now GoDaddy sticks with classic cPanel and gives you a solid site builder, plus tons of apps you can install. Sounds good until you realize that cPanel can be a bit overwhelming, honestly. And sometimes you've gotta dig to find certain features, so for most folks, SiteGround just feels easier, especially if you're not a techie. Winner. SiteGround. Customer support, so SiteGround support is honestly top tier. 24/7, consistently high ratings, and if you're willing to splurge for higher plans, you get priority treatment. Now, tickets might lag a bit if you're on the lowest plan, but you'll survive. GoDaddy offers 24/7 support too, phone and chat, even a big knowledge base. But reviews are kinda mixed, and if you want advanced help that usually costs extra. So once again, SiteGround edges ahead with more reliable and responsive support. Last category, domain and extra features. Okay, this is where GoDaddy shines. It's literally the world's top domain registrar. That free domain on sign-up is hard to ignore if you're starting fresh. You also get a site builder, add credits to kickstart your promo, and a library of like 125 apps. Know what's sneaky though? A bunch of these perks only matter for new purchases and upsells happen a lot. SiteGround, meanwhile, is super optimized for WordPress and Joomla, gives you staging, reseller hosting, SSH, all that good stuff. But no free domain with hosting, and that's kinda a miss if you're watching your budget. So for domains and those handy extras, GoDaddy takes the win here. If you're a visual person, check out this radar chart. SiteGround absolutely nails performance, security, support, and ease of use. GoDaddy spikes when it comes to domain features and storage options. You can really see where each one stands out. So who's the winner? Honestly, it's gotta be SiteGround if you care about fast, reliable hosting, great security, and support, especially if you're starting your first site or you love WordPress. GoDaddy's unbeatable for snagging domains, hauling in massive storage, or bagging a quick deal, but for pure hosting goodness, SiteGround is where it's at. If this helped you choose your next host, consider sticking around. I've got more comparisons coming up that you seriously don't want to miss. Hit follow and get ready for the next hosting showdown.